Greetings, my marvelously benevolent minions! It is I, Dr. Vincent Vladimir Caliban, MD, PhD, MAD. How are you all this evening? But wait! It is not a normal night in the lab, oh nay nay. For I am not alone!
You're not?
Ah! Get
got him, boys!
Get over to your side of the table. I am joined by my fellow mad scientist, Dr. Crafty.
Yes, 'tis I. Hello, my objects. Welcome back to another Dr. Caliban stream. It feels weird to say that.
I just realized also for this section, the chat is over your coat. It's quite nice. Hello.
You see that too?
Yes. Yeah. Well,
oh God, it's not just the meth. Okay.
No, it's the goggles. That's why we wear goggles. It's very important. Hello. Oh, I'm getting so many followers today. Oh, it's like bringing you on was a good plan. Let's see. Thank you. Let's see who. Well, Sushigiri, but I don't think she's in right now. That was. But Professor Redwood, Chorisma, Yin Yang 57, Clockwork Soul, Mad Hatterson, Sakura D. All I thank you for your follows. Welcome to the House of Caliban. Welcome to the lab. Consider becoming a minion.
Wait, the yellow kind or the regular kind?
The regular kind. All right.
Thank fuck.
I thought about getting the yellow kind once, and it didn't end well. Oh, and thank you to Clockwork Soul for gifting a tier 1 sub to Techie Oracle.
Ayo.
Hello, Techie. How are you tonight? Techie is one of my regulars.
Ooh.
Yes, we're together, and I'm not for once in peanut form. I mean. I have the peanut somewhere, but you know, not right now. I could put the peanut on the table. I could put it on the scale where the brain is.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. Is that where all my extra brain cells being right now?
Look, we're mad scientists. It's always good to have an extra brain just lying around. You never know when you're going to need
it. So true.
So, well, and Mad Hatterson, you're a minion and not the other one. No, it's always fun. So today in the lab, the experiment we are going to be doing is exposing Dr. Crafty to one of our regular games here. But first, I'm seeing Sensuna has arrived. Sensuna is one of my mods, the one that really likes tormenting me in Disneyland. So. I already know what's going to happen with her, so just brace yourself. But Yin Yang 57 is asking, on a scale of Doofenshmirtz to Dr. Eggman, with Crafty in the middle, how insane am I? Well, here's the thing. You got to remember, I am a mad scientist because I have an MAD, Master of Alternative Disciplines. So any criminal insanity is more of a side issue, having nothing to do with my... Sen, I haven't even opened the game yet. She's getting. I know when we get in what we're doing. In the meantime, oh hello, Sushigiri. Ooh boo to you. How insane am I? Well, I have all my faculties. On the other hand, I do want to rule the world. So you have to be a certain. Where am I in insanity? I don't know that I fit on the Doofenshmirtz to Eggman scale. I'm more on the Gru to what are those ones from the Pokemon ones? Team Rocket?
Yeah.
They're not really mad scientists, but for the insanity, somewhere in there.
You know, I was wondering why you had a Mewtwo in the closet.
Look, it's simply there for DNA. And one person who doesn't want to rule the world, Tears for Fears. Yeah, I got him. Professor Red was like, "Don't bring up Team Rocket." Well, you have fun at work. Wait a minute. Okay, it's sushi. We have to say it. Sleep.
Yeah, go to sleep.
Get some sleep. I explained to you the other night why sleep is good for you. That's a bit of an in-joke from Crafty stream. All right. Well, there's no time like the present because apparently certain members of my chat are giddy to get started. So first off, let me press the first button. And after you press the first button, you press the second button.
Buttons.
And whoops, got to get small.
There we go.
Smaller than that.
Yeah, working on it. So there's a delayed effect to my shrinking process.
All right.
There we go.
So have you ever played this game, Crafty?
I have not, because like most people, I am... You know what? This is proof that I'm not entirely insane, because I'm one of the few people that did not get a Connect.
True. I did have a Connect. I mean, to be fair, I worked for that evil empire when I had it. So, I mean, that's just... You know, that's just stand to reason, but
Look at them, there's our Fab Five.
Oh, hang on, I have to really quickly, I have to do one thing here. This is for Crafty's benefit, so he can fully that thing. I went to go to the thing, and that abomination you sent me stared me right in the it looked into my soul, Crafty. We'll show you all later. Stay tuned, everyone. Something horrific happened.
Yep. We may have to pack up the science game because someone's created the worst thing ever.
We can never hope. All right. So we're going into the game. We're going to continue because I don't want to start a new game. We lose everything.
Mm-hmm.
This is our guide. He's the living embodiment of an e-ticket.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, who is that guy?
You'll hear him all through the game. He only shows up physically a couple of times. But I'll also show you some of the other abominable things they gave. For a Disney game, they gave us a lot of chaos.
Ooh.
So first off, it's Little Caliban. Wave to the crowd, Little Caliban.
Small Caliban.
I always say this is where I went mad. So you can see a representation of California Adventure across the way, but it doesn't really exist in the game. So, but we're here,
yes.
And look, it's Disney. There's the railroad, and this is a very good recreation. Now, you've never been to Disneyland proper, have you?
Not the land, no. I have only ever been here in the Florida location.
Right. So, first off, I have a few traditions when I go to Disneyland. I always enter through the left arch. I feel it has a better reveal. So, but first we have to enact the oath. Here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy.
Okay, we don't have that.
Yes. So we have this, and then we have the posters.
I do love the posters. Like, me being the art fanatic I am, I love this style of a lot of these.
And I have to always acknowledge the ancestral home.
Yes.
Which we may... Look, let's leave Burger Boy. We'll get to Burger Boy later, Straw Hat. All right. So, the reveal of Main Street, USA. Always one of this... And I feel it's a better reveal than the right side. And there you've got City Hall. And all the amenities. And so here we are on Main Street. Popcorn.
So, how accurate would you say this is?
For this section, it was accurate 100% circa 2011 when the game was made.
Oh, okay.
It is almost frighteningly well detailed.
That's cool.
So one of the things, of course, we've got the firehouse. Now, notice there's a light.
Yes, because that's where Walt's office was. This part, correct?
Walt's apartment was right up there, and they keep it lit right above the fire station. Yes. So,
yeah, I think in Oz he was in a different building, like nearer to the train station.
Well, and they never, and of course, he didn't live for it to be built. So,
Yeah.
But now I have to show you the equipment. We have a camera, a magic wand, a laser, a fishing rod, a bullhorn, a magic wand, and a squirt gun. So I'm going to pull out the magic wand because, and of course, it gives me the laser. I didn't want the laser. I want the magic wand because the magic wand, they gave me magic.
Oh, fire all cannons. Oh.
Well, not only that, and it gives me coins. I can affect the garbage cans.
Okay, that's fun.
Now, of course, the laser lights the lights.
Oh, that's kind of fun. I would have personally preferred if it lit people on fire.
They don't let me shoot people. Although, all right, here's a weird one for you. Ready? The bullhorn. Makes the trees give you things. Well, there's other things. Watch this. Ready?
Uh-huh.
So I can bring things to life on the... let's see. This magic shop's here. There's the original Mad Hatter store. You can't go into a lot of these things in the game, but they exist.
Oh, yeah.
So now we're going... I am going to go the way because we've already had our first redeem.
Ooh,
which is to go, in which way I know what they want. We're going to Toontown. But we're going to run down Main Street. Now, really quickly, first off, this fruit stand is really there.
Oh.
And back here, if I can get around these people. So first off, there is a little ice cream stand back here. There's lockers. So they go quickly, but you can rent lockers at Disneyland.
Ah, yeah, that figures.
And then, of course, all of these are the various recreations of storefronts. It's all quite fun. All right, and then, of course, we have characters in the wild. Hello, Goofy. I'll do this one.
You must be some kind of expert on the park. What with all the time you've been spending here?
Don't bring it up,
We
Goofy.
do kind of live here.
I'm cursed, Goofy. So yes, you can interact with all the face characters, and there's a few, and some are odd. All right, so we're running. Yes, this is a amazingly dedicated recreation of what the Main Street area looked like.
Yeah, it does look pretty much the same as ours, based on what I'm seeing.
Right. Well, and of course,
This is where it gets different.
Yes. Oh, and we've got this woman. First off, her name is Karen. She shows up and she just gives you park trivia. But we're on a mission.
Nice.
So we're going to run this way. We're running.
I remember being a big proponent of Disney trivia when I worked at the Disney store.
Now, this spot, it's memorable to me for one reason. It's not because Mickey's here. It's in front of the castle. In 2016, I attended that year's Bats Day, the goth gathering at Disneyland. And we had
That sounds so cool.
And all the goths gathered here. They brought the double-decker bus right in front, and we had a photograph taken.
That's so fucking... How'd they get a bus in there?
Well, no, it's the double-decker bus over there.
Oh,
that
the one
bus.
they use for the parade sometimes?
Right. So they used that, and the photographer stood on the upper level and took the picture.
That's cool.
Yes, we were there. My sister goes fairly often, if she can, because she's got a bit of a standing in the goth community. I just, A, I'm goth, and B, I love Disneyland, so that wasn't a no-brainer for me. We're going over this way just because I want to show you something. So Mrs. Caliban and I eloped. When we got married, we had a minister friend of ours sign paperwork, and our marriage was accomplished through notary.
Oh.
So when we did our actual vows, it was on our honeymoon here by the wishing well.
Oh, that's cute.
And better yet, there was a security guard who came by, asked what was going on. We explained, said, normally you're supposed to go through town hall, these things, but since you're only going to be here for a few minutes, he guarded the entrance for us. He was a good bit of... And I saw a thing recently. That same security guard has an autograph book and gets all the little girls dressed as princesses to autograph his book.
Oh, that's adorable.
He is the best security guard at Disney. All right, so oddly, not a mini game, but well, we've got Captain Hook. We have you can't go in it, but the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, which is notable. This is where they sell the princess dresses, and little girls can get a princess makeover, get their hair and makeup done.
Yes, I do recall this. I think in our park, we don't have it like in the park. I think it's over at Disney Springs now.
Ah, well.
If I remember right.
Now, this should have been a mini game in here, the Snow White Scary Adventure.
I only just recently saw what's in there and like, yes.
The nice thing is that gold apple is touch sensitive. You touch it and a sound effect will go off.
Ooh.
Did I get that hidden Mickey? Hang on. Nope, I got it because it's not letting me do anything. All right, but we've been. So there are mini games such as Peter Pan's Journey, and there are open world rides such as the Carousel. My mod Sinsuna has requested a open world ride, and I already know the one she wants because it's what she wants every time. So we have to go to Toontown.
See, it's so different to be not the streamer suffering.
I know, isn't it? This is how I feel on your streams, especially watching you do Mario Kart. Dear God, Crafty, look out. You're going to get hit by a blue shell again.
It's always the blue shell. It's every time. It's always on the third lap, 10 feet from the end.
Now, this game does have multiplayer capability, but it would require the other person having the game. But
yeah.
There's Small World. Note this. We might get cursed. All right. This...
It does look nicer than us.
Oh, it does. And of course, I've got the weird Small World history with my brother-in-law. But here we are, Toontown, or as I like to consider it. Even though the Haunted Mansion is our ancestral home, I do feel this is probably our actual homeland. Certainly the homeland of all VTubers.
Very much so.
And the first discrepancy from reality and the game. Because of a deal with Amblin, they couldn't put the Roger Rabbit information in the game. So this is the Roger Rabbit ride, but it can't say so.
Yeah, that's where Benny would be up there, isn't it?
Yes. Although I've got to do this thing here. Hang on a second. Let there be fireworks.
Oh, nice.
But now we're going to go on, and it's been asked to be to, what is it, Matt Hedison? Oh, tartar sauce?
Yeah.
Well, yes. I mean, Matt Hedison, it makes sense. We're all, I mean, any of us peanuts. Let's face it. So now, Toontown has been rebuilt, so some stuff is different now from real life. Mm-hmm. But this isn't. They've rethemed it. This is the Gadget Go Coaster.
Oh, yeah. This is now... I saw it yesterday.
Chippendale
Goofy
Go Coaster.
Sky Coaster?
Nah, it's Chippendale. But the track is the same. I will tell you, what we're about to go on is exactly like it is in real life. You've been warned. Remember, this is a roller coaster for kids who don't make the height requirement to go on other roller coasters.
Ah, gotcha.
So as you can see, we're going up this very exciting... Ooh. Ah.
I'm so glad the scout from TF2 here is enjoying himself.
Yes.
Oh, you dispenser here.
We'll pass by Donald on the way out, Mad Hattison. How does that sound? This, by the way, is the only mini game or game-like interaction in Toontown in this game.
Ah.
Well, because this was the only other ride besides Roger Rabbit. Now we have to do this again because Sinsuna did 2 redeems. So we've got to go on it again.
Yzma, put your hands in the air.
All I can do is one hand. You can put 2 hands up.
I can, as a matter of fact.
Look, that just means you and I have something we can nerd over, Hattison. I am a Disney adult. There's no during dinner, Mrs. Caliban and I were watching Muppet Mayhem. That's a good show, by the way, if you've not watched it.
I mean, fun fact, I actually am a qualified Disney ambassador.
Well, you worked at the Disney store, you said.
I did.
Okay, we're getting off the... All right, now. All right, we're going to be free range for a moment until somebody does another. So, of course, Mickey's house. One of the things about Disney... Hello! Oh, the vintage vamp, or as we like to call them, Dr. Memento!
Hey-oh, I've seen you around.
So, part of the idea was they wanted a spot in the park where you'd be assured always be able to get a picture with Mickey.
Yeah, I know Toontown did exist.
You're
once. I was like 12 at the time, I think.
So hang on, let's cast a spell on Mickey's mailbox.
Oh god!
Oh, you think that's bad?
Yeah, that. Ooh.
And then you can do the same thing to Minnie's.
Oh, that is eldritch abomination right there.
Oh, I'm telling you, the chaos in this game that you can create. You saw me set off fireworks.
Yeah, but that's like prank 101, setting off fireworks.
Well, the other thing I like, of course, is now this is gone because this is now where the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad ride is.
Ah, yep.
We only just started. Vinsmoke, we've only just been going for 20 minutes, and we only got to the first ride. I just love some of that, and I think this diner now is a real diner, not just a storefront. I just always like the third little piggy bank, the
nice
Toontown City Hall, just all the little bits and bobs. The fact that everything around the this section here is interactive. Okay, first off, the manhole cover isn't here. It's set back a little bit more. But this one we can magic. But if you stand on a manhole cover here in the park, there's voices. You open this, things happen. Everything around here in this section, you grab things, they're all interactive.
That's cool.
It is very nice. So yes, that's one of the reasons I like this game, Alex, is... Especially during the pandemic, we played this a lot because it gave people a feel of being out and going places. And it just became one of our traditions. Along with that and Burger Boy. Oh, and Vinsmoke is going to be taking his family to Disney World next year.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's okay. We'll see throughout the park. All right. So I'm just going to run. You know what? I'm just going to kind of. Is there a particular land you'd like to see, Crafty?
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm unfamiliar with California, that area, so I don't know what's different. What's really there compared to ours?
All right. Well,
we've got Adventureland,
mm-hmm.
Frontierland, Tomorrowland, and New Fantasyland.
All right. Well, so first off, we're going to cut through Fantasyland again. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. I was like, why is something sounding weird? I've still got the background music on. Let me turn that off. I was like, why am I hearing ominous drums? Oh, right. I didn't turn...
It's Bat Day again. Finally!
I didn't turn the spooky music. Although maybe that would help us with any... Although I've never gotten a DMCA or anything for this game. Just saying. But, all right. Would you please... Look, there we go. All right. So... Oh, wait. I gotta do this. I believe it's the bullhorn that will activate this.
Yo!
Well, vintage.
That's cool.
Vamp. I have redeems, and the teacups is an open world ride, so we would need an open world redeem.
I can't believe Pinocchio's here. The child labor laws are getting crazy.
Oh yes, well you've got Pinocchio, you've got the Dumbo thing over here. You've got Peter Pan, that's always questionable.
Oh yeah.
And of course there's Cinderella.
Did you know Peter Pan has like the worst cases of like harassment in the parks?
Would not surprise me, actually. Used to be, well, there's a reason why there's not a Tarzan face character anymore.
Yeah.
Now, and I haven't been there since this happened, so I'm speculating. But this no longer exists. Big Thunder Ranch, which was the barbecue restaurant. All of this is now the entrance to Galaxy's Edge.
Ah, okay.
So this is part of where you go to Star Wars Land. But it's just not. So all of this, and it was a nice barbecue restaurant. I mean, food at Disney is always nice.
Oh yeah, I was a big fan of the Harbor House.
So, and then of course over here, this is Big Thunder Mountain.
Ah, yes.
So we are getting into Frontierland. Nope. Keep an eye on my redeems, because at some point, somebody's going to come in. Somebody's going to torture us. There's, yep. Why they got him? Stinky Pete. Now, the one thing I felt they missed in the game. All right, well, I'll show you here in a second. We're coming over. We're running. Little Caliban has great endurance.
He's getting that cardio.
He is. So there's, of course, Big Thunder Mountain. Fairly decent Tex-Mex restaurant.
Oh, is that Tortuga?
I don't know what it's called. Rancho del Zocol.
Ah, right, because I think our Tex-Mex are
Your voice.
Adventureland.
Yeah. All right, so we're moving along here. So the thing they should have put here in the game is this is a shooting gallery.
Oh.
It's an old-fashioned shooting gallery, and you put some coins in. You get used to be an air gun, then they replaced it with laser. I don't know why they didn't make this a minigame. It was a perfect minigame. I guess they just didn't want you shooting a gun, which is weird because you use lasers and other. So we're not leaving, but I want. Okay, so first off, more chaos.
Yeah, my missus is a crack shot at that shooting gallery, actually.
This, fun fact, one of the few places in Disneyland where there's a cash machine.
Ah.
Also, back when they had payphones, back when those were a thing, this was one of the payphone spots. Also, I feel the shops in Frontierland are some of the best shops. It's one of the few places where you can buy. I actually, for years, had a wallet I bought there because it actually had quality like belts, pants, boots, leather goods. Was just a decent shop in Disneyland. Still is.
Yeah.
And of course, Mrs. Caliban is obsessed with pin trading.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So she loves her some pins. Now, we have a lot of new people in the stream tonight.
Hello.
Because you followed my crafty friend here. So we're now going to... Regulars, don't spoil the surprise. Everyone, the Golden Horseshoe. This is a sit-down restaurant at Disneyland. The question is, what cuisine does it serve?
Now, see, I already know this because I've
told you this one, and my regulars are all like looking for. So yeah, it is. Well, no, it's you walk up, order your food, but they have tables. There's not a waiter that's going to come. You go to a bar, you order your food, you take it to your table, but it's a nice place to sit out of the sun.
Yeah.
So come on, any guesses from those of you that are new to this adventure? Okay, Missy Dragon is saying Southern food. No, you would think that the good guess. Seafood. Actually, Matt Hatterson, you're very close. In fact, close enough. Yeah. Skipper's style fish and chips.
Yep.
For the Golden Horseshoe sells a decidedly British cuisine. I know.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't make sense.
Well, that's what Mrs. Caliban and I thought. You want Southern cuisine? Well, the Stage Door Cafe. Also, you have the Cajun market, the French market over here. So we're going to go this way first. Now, we are now in a juxtaposition point. This way lies Adventureland. This way lies New Orleans Square and Critter Country. What Disney princess is your favorite? Well, I'm a little biased based on things. She's a more modern one. Moana.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good choice. What's the other choice?
Well, they're just saying what Disney princess is your favorite.
Oh, I thought that was like a direction we're picking.
No, she's technically a Disney princess, and I love the movie, so Moana.
I'd have to think about that. Like, it's been a while since I've thought about that particular question.
Okay, so there's Pirates of the Caribbean. So when this game was made, they still had the Disney Dream Suites above Pirates of the Caribbean, where you could stay if it could only be one as a prize on like giveaways, like radio stations. Those are actual hotel suites. You sleep in the park.
Oh, I've heard about these.
Don't exist anymore. I think they turned them into previously was a gallery, and I actually bought a ticket to, on that terrace right there, a dessert bar, and got to watch Fantasmic from up there.
Oh, yo.
It was quite fun. Oh, hang on. We have to do a thing. So first,
careful. We might wish to be big.
Actually, I forgot it's a wave.
If you meet a dog, treat him with kindness. One day, he may hold the key to your freedom. That is your fate as I see it. I hope it's a help for you. Farewell.
Okay, so of course I have a bucket list item. I may never accomplish it. My sister has done it twice. She lords it over me. This 33, this is Club 33, the secret club in Disneyland.
I'm sorry, what?
There is a secret club in Disneyland. It costs $5,000 a year to be a member. There's a waiting list of 10 years to get in. Corporations, it's $10,000 a year. Because my sister is a published author, her publisher got her in on a couple of occasions.
What the fuck do they do in there?
It's just its whole mystique is it's a place you can't get in as the general public. It's exclusive.
Okay, but what do they do?
Well, it's a restaurant. It's
okay, that's something.
Until Galaxy's Edge was created, it was the one place in the Magic Kingdom where they served alcohol.
Oh.
And they used to have animatronic things that Walt could communicate directly through. And then, of course, the Blue Bayou, the best restaurant in Disneyland.
So I've heard.
Both for cuisine, which is Cajun. Very good gumbo, very good jambalaya. But also, it's in Pirates of the Caribbean. It's part of the ride. When you're floating by on your boats in the bayou scene, you float past the dining room of this.
Oh.
So, now, I'm going to show you the one thing this game got wrong.
Oh, no.
So, first off, this is not it, but it's, of course, Princess Tiana. And over here, oh, look who it is.
Oh, there he is.
Yes,
It's
but
Naveen.
It's Naveen. But tell me, we're gonna get close to him. Crafty, what's wrong with Naveen?
Because it's a skill I picked up very easily.
Can you tell me what's wrong? What they got wrong in Naveen's design?
But I don't suppose you'd care to say anything.
Did they accidentally make him white?
Yes, he is in fact Caucasian.
Oh, no.
Excellent. Oh, you must be dashing.
I was about to say, I was scared to say it in case I was wrong.
No, that's it. They made him Caucasian. So, French market, good cuisine. Again, somewhat Cajun. But they have the mint julep bar, which is not alcoholic. It's a mint julep lemonade, which is quite tasty.
Oh.
I actually, it's one of my must-gets whenever I'm at Disneyland. And of course, we're heading over to the ancestral home.
Oh, tell me it's playable.
Oh yeah, well there's mini games, but actually there's a couple of different things here. So first off, you know, a wonderful recreation of the opening. And if you listen carefully, you can hear the song. And of course, the Pet Cemetery. But one thing, they took a little license. There is a Grim Grinning Ghosts Lead the Music minigame. And Vinsmoke Sanji has redeemed an open world ride. Vinsmoke, what do you want me to... Find the mouse, hug him. Okay, we will... we'll get to that as soon as I finish this tour. But yes, we will go hug the mouse.
I did notice there was one head missing in that lineup.
Well, it wasn't missing. It was off to the... Just like it is in the ride.
Really?
Oh, yeah. There's another angle. I'll take you here. Oh, no, there are only 4. There's 5 in the right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
isn't one of them supposed to be Walt?
No. A lot of people think that. It's actually the one on the end here. People think it's Walt. It's actually just one of the singers.
Ah, yeah, because I know on the R's there's like a broken bust, and that one is meant to be considered Walt.
Well, a lot of people think... No, all of the faces are the actual singers of Grim Grinning Ghost. Including Thrul, T-H-R-U-L, Ravencroft.
That is such a goth name.
Well, and wait till you hear his pedigree. He is not just the lead singer for Grim Grinning Ghosts. Mm-hmm. He is also the person who sang the song "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch."
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
And he is the original voice of Tony the Tiger.
That's right.
So, quite the pedigree, Mr. Ravencroft. A lot of people mistakenly think that Boris Karloff sang the song. He didn't. All right, so somewhere in here, I'm not 100% sure where, is now the other entrance to Galaxy's Edge.
Ah.
And of course, we have the Splash Mountain.
Mom, what's that ride based on?
Oh, it's worse. The mini games are even more directly based on it. And there's the Winnie the Pooh mini game. Yes, this is all Splash Mountain and Pooh Corner, really. You have all the Winnie the Pooh characters back here. All right, so we are on a quest. We have to go hug a mouse. Fortunately, the path to go hug a mouse will take us through Adventureland.
Excellent. We've got to go find Richard Rat.
I find it interesting that Oswald Rabbit is making a resurgence.
Yeah, I mean, they did, like, only recently in the last few years get the rights to him back.
And he becomes their center point for any Lunar New Year celebrations.
Yep. Like the one we're having right now, apparently.
Well, that they had. I saw a video of this. They're very nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so moving on. Oh, other thing, the game, I don't know, apparently it was a rights thing. So, of course, we can't go over here to Pirates Island. Used to be Tom Sawyer's Island, Pirates Island, which right now they're doing repairs because the dragon blew up.
Yeah, so I heard. I can't believe it. If I had a nickel for every time Maleficent caught on fire in a Disney park, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
And we have Black Botty, or as we like to call him, off-brand Jack Sparrow.
Oh, no.
Apparently there was some likeness issue or something, so they couldn't
I can imagine.
They couldn't actually do Jack Sparrow so far. And he's prominent in the Pirates of the Caribbean mini games. Anyway, so we're going to rush really through. We're going to run through Adventureland. I am going to stop.
Oh, God, Mowgli.
Mowgli and Baloo right in front of Jungle Cruise. Oh, I am going to... Hang on. I'm going to bring some things to life just because some of the things they put in here.
Heyo.
Yeah, it's Adventureland. It's insane. All right, so there's... Now, fun thing over here at the bazaar, during our honeymoon, we went in there. We were wearing buttons that said we were on our honeymoon, and they got us... we got to experience a special honeymoon message from Mickey and Minnie. It's quite nice. This tree... All right, now there's a reason I'm stopping by this tree.
It is, like, especially fenced.
So, originally, the land of Disneyland was orange groves. And this tree was one of the trees on the land. And the family that owned it were very proud to hear that their trees had been preserved as part of the setup for Jungle Cruise. To the point of one of their grandson became a Jungle Cruise skipper.
Oh, nice.
Well, in recent years, they had to do some updates, but they saved the tree and put it here. So it's a tree with some Disney history.
Oh, that's neat.
Because a promise was made and the promise was kept. So yes, we have the genie, we have Aladdin,
I'm pretty sure I've made a good impression on the Sultan.
and of course we come over here and we have, well, first off, the Dole Whip bar.
Oh, I do love me a good Dole Whip.
Mrs. Caliban doesn't like, she couldn't take the Dole Whips, with the pineapple, but now they have other fruit flavors.
Yeah, they just recently started doing that on our end too.
Another mini game for the Tiki Room song.
Oh, yeah. Like, yours isn't under new management at all, is it?
No, it's the original.
Yeah,
I have
ours
seen-
was for a little while.
I have seen the under new management. It was going when I was did my one trip to Disney World. All right. So as we head to go hug a mouse, my other any trip to Disneyland, I must have a corn dog. To the point of if I dream I'm at Disneyland and my dream is the trip is almost over and I haven't had a corn dog yet, it becomes an anxiety dream. All this sells is corn dogs, chips, and drinks.
I don't think ours does corn dogs. I've never seen one there.
They're the best corn dogs I've ever had. So this little spot back here is interesting. There are two things. One, you can't quite, they've slightly obscured for the game. So the first aid station.
Yeah.
But also this area right here. If a child gets separated from their family, the Disney staff is trained. They have an entire protocol. And the child ends up in here in a little area where they get juice and can watch movies while the family is being found.
Aww.
So, according to Vince Smoke, you have mini corn dogs at Casey's Corner.
Ah.
And, of course, there's this section over here. All right. Moving on. Going down Main... Oh, wait. I have to cause chaos. Is it the ray gun? Yes. It's the ray gun that tries to exorcise the demon from Esmeralda.
See you in Toontown, folks.
We'll have to go past it again, Memento, on our way to our next spot after I fulfill this this redeem. Of course, the popcorn I think this is the iconic popcorn stand at Disney in some ways. But
There's the mouse. Richard Rat, we meet again.
That great hug you gave me last time.
remembers the hug. Well, we're going to do it again. And I have fulfilled and the redeem fulfilled for Vince Smoke Sanji.
Do you guys have the meet and greet with Mickey where he actually talks?
I think that's a thing that was added after my my last trip.
Oh, because I was going to... We've had it for a while.
So, of course, the churro stand. And, of course...
Duffy!
Yep, Duffy Bear. So many people don't even know about Duffy Bear.
Yeah, he was fairly new when I first moved to this country and started working for the Disney store at the time. And one of my co-workers was huge on Duffy.
So my understanding... Oh, Duffy, no. Oh, wait a minute. With Straw Hat, what are you redeeming? You're redeeming one mini game, not Small World or Pixie Hollow. What ride do you want? Off to the Mansion. All right.
Yes.
So Duffy doesn't speak. He is a silent character even in the game. All right. So we're going to head back to New Orleans Square because we have been redeemed to go do one of the 2 mini games for Haunted Mansion.
Yes.
But for Memento, we will stop by and show the. There's some of these are pricey stores, by the way.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
So, my trip in the 90s, I was here all the time because I was taking pictures like crazy, and it was back on film. But they would develop the film for you there.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I could buy more. So this is the Lost Child area right here, Memento.
Mm-hmm.
Next to an artifact. I'm willing to bet that payphone isn't there anymore. But still, all right. We're going to take the expressway to New Orleans Square. We're going to cut through Frontierland.
Excellent.
My sister has determined the fastest route to the Haunted Mansion because, of course, she had our last trip for Bats Day. I went on, because I was with her, I went on Haunted Mansion 14 times. That was less than half the amount of times she went on it.
Wow.
Including cast members facilitating her getting on and off again very rapidly. It's a weird power she has.
Well, I mean, I've seen how they dress. I think they know. They know their people.
Well, they recognize their queen. I mean, she is the vampire witch queen, after all. Or at least if you believe her. One of the things...
Chat was asking who is Duffy. Duffy, if I remember correctly, he is Mickey Mouse's stuffed bear that Minnie made for him and takes him on all his adventures.
So, when we were on the Bats Day trip, so many people pulled my sister aside to thank her for writing her book.
Aww.
They were very emotional. Oh, and Vin, thank you for the 100 bits, Vin Smoke. Q's Doofenshmirtz Evil Inc. jingle. Well, Dr. Crafty, we've made it to the theme park. Perry the platypus will never find us here.
A platypus? Perry the platypus!
All right. I assume, Vin, you want us to do the first mini game where we enter the mansion, or do you want us to do the second mini game where we ultimately exit the mansion?
Well, I don't think I've seen it entering the mansion.
Are you okay with us, Vin? Because it is your redeem with us doing the entering the mansion game. Oh, with Straw Hat. Never mind. I don't think. Oh, because you did the bits. Straw Hat. First act. All right.
Hello. Do you have games on your phone?
All right. Here we go.
When hinges creak in doorless chambers, and strange and frightening sounds echo through the halls, whenever candlelights flicker, where the air is deathly still, that is the time when ghosts are present, practicing their terror with ghoulish delight.
We like ghoulish delight here.
We do.
Go back before it's too late.
The latest.
I waited an hour for this ride. I'm going on it.
The latest trailer for the movie is excellent.
I need to check that out, actually. Let's just say I wasn't the biggest fan of the first one.
Who interrupted my grim incantation? How dare you enter with no invitation? Oh, so you thought you could stop in and play? Here you have trespassed, and here you will stay. Let them be cast by each hideous shape to regions beyond with no hope of escape.
I love that Leota Toombs, the Madame Leota's face. Her daughter is the art director for Disney Imagineering now.
Really? That's interesting.
and was who redid the Madame Leota face for A Nightmare Before Christmas mansion.
Foolish mortals.
Yo.
Haunted mansion.
Kept it, and of course, since the little Leota at the end of the ride
Your ghost
is both Leota's face and voice, she loves going through there on checks because it gets to hear her mother's voice all the time.
Aww.
So it's very sweet.
Of some of our guests as they appeared in their corruptible, mortal state. Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your
So we're just falling through the void.
Of course.
I mean, I've had this dream before.
Always my way.
Like, I don't think we came into this game expecting thrilling gameplay.
No, well, and imagine when this was a Kinect game. The whole idea was you were trying to move your body to... It was actually quite good exercise.
I still remember when the Kinect was, like, first announced and, like, Microsoft was really trying to hype it up. Meanwhile, Shigeru Miyamoto is in the crowd just looking disgusted, like, what is this?
Here in this ghostly retreat, every room has wall-to-wall creeps and hot and cold.
Oh.
Up, took one to the face.
Okay, that was funny.
Also, I understand phrasing.
We have
Bring on the wall!
happy haunts here, but there's room for 1,000. Any volunteers? You could try to mirror the face of the clock. Time flies when you're having fun.
I know a little bit of art direction for the mansion itself. I don't know how true it is over there, but everything is specifically designed to look like it's staring at you.
Yes. That is just part of the design.
Yeah, so there's like a lot of like face imagery or eye imagery throughout the whole mansion.
So, during one of the 14 rides I took on Bats Day through the Haunted Mansion, or that weekend, we got stopped for an extended period of time just before the clock in the Haunted Mansion. And we really got to study like the wallpaper, and I got very curious. There was a book on a table, and I was suddenly very curious. What was the book and what page was it open to? Of course, I couldn't access, but it suddenly became something I became very curious about, being able to study that so well.
To meet you. This one can hardly contain himself.
Have you ever seen Missing in the Mansion?
I have not.
So Missing in the Mansion is a short horror film on YouTube. It was done guerrilla style. They filmed it's about people who have a supernatural encounter on the Haunted Mansion ride.
Okay.
And they managed to do a lot of guerrilla style filming on the ride itself.
But you might find your way.
So that
Ayo.
is... So that's one you might want to check out. Missing in the Mansion. It's quite good, actually.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Yeah, that sounds interesting.
I might do a react video to it at some point in the future.
Now, I want to ask you something, because I've tried to do this on ours, and I've never successfully found one.
All right.
Do they have hidden jacks on your Haunted Mansion?
Hidden jacks. I'm not...
Yeah, supposedly, and I've only ever been told this by like one other person, there are a number of Jack skeletons hidden throughout the Haunted Mansion.
I've not heard that.
Yeah, I've seen one, and it's like a tiny Jack skull that you can see in the face of the ghost host portrait, like when you're being walked through. But I've never found any in like Constance's room, for example.
No. No. I mean, I know where the hidden Mickeys are.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I know the tale of the spider's web in the ballroom. The gunshot that occurred.
Oh, that's a story. Do tell.
So early on, the ballroom effect is achieved through a magic trick called Peppa's Ghost, which involves a...
Yes.
And so you've got this very large, thick pane of glass. And two of the figures in that room are the 2 portraits of the duelists who then their ghosts come out and shoot each other.
Oh, yeah, that I remember.
There's a bullet hole in the mirror aimed at one of them because apparently somebody saw that, pulled out a gun they had on them, and shot. And here's the thing. That glass is so heavy, the only way they could possibly replace it would involve going in, taking the roof off the building, which is, of course, a warehouse behind, but still taking the whole roof off and essentially airlifting it out. Whereas they went, or we can take the crack the bullet hole created and dress it up as a spider web.
I'm still baffled by, getting a gun in there.
Well, it was in the early days of the ride. So
fair.
Back in the early 70s.
That's still so wild.
So here's Buzz Lightyear and Buzz Lightyear's ride. We're in Tomorrowland now. Oh, Star Tours.
Yes. I can see they don't have the logo.
Yeah, this was a year before they bought Lucasfilm. So speaking of, according to Memento, speaking of hidden Jack skeletons, there's one in the egg yolk on the other mother cracks. Oh, so in Coraline, there's a Jack Skellington Easter egg.
Oh, that figures.
It does actually for that style, for those. I mean, there's Jack Skellington is a pirate in Jack and the Giant Peach.
I made a joke in my old web series where Jack Skellington goes into a different door. Talk like a pirate day.
So here's a fun one.
Oh, I've seen this thing.
But wait.
They have one of these in our park too.
But wait.
Uh-huh.
Hidden Mickey.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's cool. I don't think ours has one on it. I'd have to double check now, actually.
Honestly, though, Star Traders right here, I think in real life is one of the best gift shops in Disneyland.
I'd probably be on that line of thinking, yeah.
Now, from what I've heard on the flip side, Pizza Port, which I think is now just been redone as Pizza Planet.
Yep, it has, in fact.
What I've heard is it is one of the few restaurants at Disneyland that's really not worth it.
Yeah, I mean, well, to be fair, I love the pizzas we get over here, the little personal pan ones. Like, there's some of the best pizza I've had in there, but that being said, I've never tried the Pizza Planet one over there, so can't confirm.
Whoops! Come on, one of.
I do like that the manholes don't have actual sewers under them.
Thank you to Swords Zenny for the follow. Welcome to the House of Caliban.
Hey, Swords Zenny, I know that guy. Oh.
Yeah, we're reaching out to extra. The only thing is, I feel they didn't do the good angles. You don't constantly see it moving. But now, of course, this Carousel of Progress now a character meet and greet area.
Oh, really? Okay, ours is still definitely there.
The aliens, and of course, over here we passed him. Stitch.
Oh, there's the little guy. I'm surprised he's not on the alien encounter.
Yes, oh, absolutely. Star Trek. Well, that used to be the only place you could get the lightsabers before they built the. Also, again, best burgers in. I mean, Tomorrowland Terrace, great burger place, great customer service.
I actually need to eat the R1.
And then, well, over here, Autotopia. I have a confession to make. I've never ridden on Autotopia.
From what I've seen, it looks pretty much the same as the racing thing we have here.
Well, for me, it was I didn't get a chance to go on it as a child, and as an adult, it's like, but I can already drive a car.
Yeah, you know what? Fair.
But I have another friend, another Disney adult, who says it's worth it. So next time, I might actually finally go on that. As for extraterrestrial. Memento, my one trip to Disney World, it was still the original ride. I got to see it with the scary alien eating Jeffrey Jones.
Ooh.
So, of course, you've got the monorail.
Yeah.
and the submarine ride. A submarine ride's fine, and I don't have claustrophobia, but it's just cramped.
I did see that on the tour the reviewer was doing yesterday. Like, the thing I'm surprised by is it's a long ride.
It is a long ride. It's a bit, and then of course they've got the Finding Nemo theme. Monorail's fine because go back to the hotel because I always try and stay on site. There are many good reasons for staying on site.
Yeah.
I always get the concierge suite because it's worth it.
Over here, I tend to stay at the All Stars when it's me and the missus doing our anniversary vacations.
Well, for Disney World, you have more hotel choices.
We do. There's like so many of them over here.
Okay, hang on. Brace yourself.
Ooh. I'm bracing.
I heard it, but not loud enough. Hang on, we'll come. If you occasionally, when you come by this spot, you'll start hearing a bunch of seagulls or pelicans.
Oh.
Going mine. Interestingly, I heard one of the mines. But they also have sometimes like the Rocketeer theme plays there.
Wow, that's a deep cut.
It really is.
And for the kids at home, Rocketeer was Star-Lord before Star-Lord.
Hang on, I want to look at something.
Music.
I realized the music wasn't... I think I turned it down for something at some point. So I just want to turn it back up. Anyway, let's go... And we're about to come back around. Yes, hello, monorail. The monorail design has actually changed recently. A little sleeker.
I was going to say, that does look different to our versions.
Mm. And finally, the Matterhorn. And we've come back to Fantasyland.
Hey.
So far, we've been very lucky. No one has tortured us. I realize I am tempting fate with that statement. But I will... and of course, I like they have the stands everywhere. Yes, Barnabas, I don't have enough points. Never mind. Sasquatch Wing got us. Thank you, Squatch. Sasquatch Wing, who is one of the wrestlers on the wrestling show. he is a wrestling Sasquatch who owns a coffee company, Squatch Roast, and is a certified airline pilot.
Like, actually?
I mean, no, I don't know if he's in real life. His character is. Imagine a Sasquatch coming down to the ring in a airline captain's outfit.
See, with the way VTubing is, I have to ask just in case.
He's saying not in real life. VTubing is a strange world we exist. All right, everyone. So I'm going to tell you before we get in here. I'm going to tell you because there's enough new people. I'm going to quickly tell the story. So in 1995, I went to Disneyland with my sister, her then boyfriend, now husband, and another friend of ours. Of course, we're all kind of goth on varying degrees. And my now brother-in-law, Pete, is, well, I imagine he's probably, his accent sounds enough like you. Where are you originally from, Crafty?
Originally, I'm from East Anglia.
Okay, because he's a London boy.
Yeah, I'm like 3 hours north of there.
Right. Anyway, he had only been living in the United States for about a year at that time. And we're at Disneyland. And at one point, I look at everyone, and I'd been there a little earlier, and in the year, because I was at a convention for WotC that sent me to Anaheim. Anyway, the point is I picked up a tradition, which is we have to go on as a small world. And when asked why, my answer was, because then you're absolved of all your sins. So we did, and we went, and we were looking at, first off, Pete's, of course, an artist. He's one of the artists for Magic the Gathering. Ooh. And he's the Goblin King. He did at one point, he had the most cards in Magic the Gathering of anyone. Anyway, we looked at this, and there was an artist from Magic the Gathering named Amy Weber, and he's like, this looks like Amy's art. Anyway, he was mocking me for saying, oh, it's bad. He and the friend Rias. So we get, okay, we get on the ride. Rias breaks immediately. Pete, on the other hand, is like, well, it's not that bad. I mean, the song is somewhat trash, and the dolls are shit, but it's not horrible.
They were made in 1970.
So we're on, and as we're leaving the third room, he's like, see, that wasn't so bad. I'm like, what do you mean it wasn't so bad, Pete? But it wasn't so bad. Pete, you're acting like the ride is over. Well, what do you mean it should be over? This should be the finale. Pete, we haven't even hit the halfway point yet. What? And then it just starts the spiral of him realizing this ride isn't ending when he thought it should have ended. It was going on over long, in his opinion.
You do kind of go through the 5 stages of grief on that ride.
Towards the end, he was like, bloody hell, does this ride never end?
This is the ride that never ends.
You said we would be absolved of our sins. You didn't say because we're going through purgatory. and this is what he maintains. We finally got to the end, and you see daylight. And he thought it was a trick. He thought they were faking him out. And when it was finally done, he's like, oh, thank God. Then looked at me, pointed with, you bastard. I warned you. He's like, no, you didn't. If you had warned me, I wouldn't have gotten on the bloody ride. This was in 1995. We are fast approaching the 30-year anniversary of this incident. To this day, if we are in the same space and anyone mentions Small World, he points at me and yells, bastard. Anyway, we have a redeem. So, Crafty, you've been on Small World, yes?
I have, yes.
So I'm going to need your assessment when we're done with this. Mm-hmm. Whether or not this is what we're about to do is actually worse. First, we have to go through our Disney asset trip. By the way, don't mind the pins. We think this one is either bugged or you can only actually complete it with a partner. Don't worry. We're going to go through this, everyone. We're going to get through this as a team together. Oh, wait. Yeah, we have to brace yourself.
I see we're on an episode of Flapjack.
Oh, wait, it gets worse.
Hello, Tubby son. Yeah, this definitely seems like a partner game.
Cruise that ever sailed around the world. On this voyage, we'll see many different places and learn from different cultures. Just turn the lever on your boat and we'll set sail on the high seas.
And back into the box he goes. Yeah, I think the idea is there should be somebody on the other crank. Now we're going, and it's a randomizer which countries we go to. No two versions of this are the same. Well, I mean, they are eventually randomization, but...
Look! The giant statues and incredible sea life of the Pacific Islands are all right here. Try to learn a new dance in this region. The children here are great teachers.
It might be Mecha-san.
We'll have to see if Moice can tell us if this is historically accurate.
I'm going to go with... No. So, of course, back when this was a Connect game, you had to actually do the dance.
Yep. Gotta love the Connect and the biggest colossal technical flop it was at the time.
Which is weird, because, let's be honest, a variant of that technology is basically what we use to VTube.
It's crazy, yeah. It's just not built for precise gaming, unfortunately.
No.
which is what they wanted it to do. You know what? I agree. We should get out of here by car as quick as possible.
Oh, we've paid for our ticket. We have to take the ride.
No!
You're like my brother-in-law. You're trapped. That's what I do. I trap British people on Small World.
What an oddly specific form of torture.
I know, it's weird.
It's just so funny because this isn't even really that emblematic of the ride itself.
No, it's not. That's what they made the minigame. I think we've already broke Hatchison.
Missile Dragon's even like, I don't want to be part of this team.
So this is, you already see where, okay, so far, is this worse than actually being on It's a Small World?
That depends. Are we going to get stuck at the end?
Well, possibly. You'll see what happens. So this is only the first island. We've only just begun our journey.
God, someone in the fucking development room said to themselves, you know what? It's not bad enough we have one island. Let's let them do like 5. Ooh. Ah, I see they just opted for everywhere at once.
Yes.
Now we arrive in the historical cities of Europe. The dancers will teach you some new dance moves. Just
Yes,
follow
we're in
along.
Europe.
Yeah, which is why fucking Russia's there on the left, you know.
I just like the fact, okay, so we've got a Spanish dancer and a beef eater.
Oh, God.
He's going to teach us the traditional dances of England.
Watch one of them do the floss. You know they would do it if they made it today.
Well, it's not like they can do the, colonize a foreign land. Or maybe that's...
Oh, that's not a dance! I mean, that's definitely the colonizer, all right, marching into other countries. God, get them militaristic while they're young, I guess.
It's like she's taunting him. See, I can use my hips.
I am just looking at the emotions that it's expecting the Kinect to pick up and imagining the frustration of trying to beat this with the actual intent.
Well, we might get to... Misa Dragon, we might get to US. It's one of the choices. You're going to be horrified when you see how.
Oh, no.
Now we're just bowing.
Truly, it's true what they say. The British have no culture, apparently.
That's why they had to go to other countries.
That was great. But I think it's
He's like, that was great. I disagree. But wait, we're not done.
Oh, no. Like, I assume this is not a rule of threes kind of deal. Yeah, I've had a feeling. Hi, lady.
And we're... Oh. Oh, look! South America.
Next stop is the exotic and varied regions of Central and South America. Famous for its ancient Aztec temples and exuberant folk dance traditions. The dancers would
Well done, Timmy. You spelled exuberant correctly. You get a gold star.
All right, here we go.
Ah, yes, the authentic dance of swing your arms. God, that's not even... That's like when your dad is dancing at a wedding. Look and learn, son. Look and learn.
I will teach you the North American white boy shuffle. Remember, you must dance as if your hands are handcuffed together.
Oh man, I really thought of an awful joke at that point. Okay, look, I've seen like Mexican dancing stuff. This is not that.
No, it's not. It's wrong. It's all. See, I told you. There's a reason why it's a high point redeem, and yet not the highest. There's one thing worse.
Really? That's fascinating. I mean, at least the guy is actually doing the one where they like dance around the sombrero, kind of. The girl's just flailing.
Now, in a just world, we'd be done.
Strictly speaking, yes, rule of threes, all that business.
But there is the grand finale.
Oh no. Keyword being just. Oh no. Hippo. The animal with the highest kill count among all mammals.
It is the deadliest of all creatures.
Among mammals, specifically.
Well, yes.
The biggest killer is actually mosquitoes.
Try to follow the dancers and help everyone dance together.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
You gotta get everyone together, I see.
And now it is a small world after all.
Now, see, if they wanted to be authentic to the ride, they'd all be wearing white in this scene.
True.
At least the British guy's got some moves now.
He discovered his hips.
I've got to do a little bit of everything now. Just like the British, appropriating cultures. See, I'm allowed to say it because I'm Floridian now.
But wait. We have one more land we have to...
Oh no, she's flailing again. What? Wait, what do you mean one more land?
No, this is it. This is the grand finale. You can tell the music is swelling. We're about to be released from our servitude.
Bye, get off my boat.
That we didn't see this time around.
Bye, Flapjack.
And there we have it, folks. We have... Yes, that's... The first time I did this, I was still face camming, and somebody said, "You can point to the moment his soul left his body."
Okay, I will say, probably not as bad as being on the ride itself. Because do you know why?
Why?
Because I don't know how true this is for your end, but when on our end, you always get backed up in the last room.
It has happened.
Yeah, on our end, it's 100% guaranteed. You will be in that last room for 10 times longer than you should be. Just because all the other boats in front of you are still being cleared.
Fair enough. So, fun fact, by the way, the voice actors for a lot of these characters are the original movie voice actors.
Oh, nice.
So that's actually Robbie Benson doing the Beast's voice. And of course, we have...
And there's Alice.
And there's Alice. The Mad Hatter's next to the teacups. But we have... Okay, I forget which one is... I think it's... Let's go through the tools. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? Yes.
Oh, that's neat. I like that.
Also...
Oh, no.
I don't know why I'm grabbing coins. I've maxed out. I can't. I do have other...
It's the gamer compulsion. You see the shiny thing, you got to get the shiny thing.
Right. So here's the thing about Pixie Hollow, because it's not an actual ride in the park.
It's a meet and greet with Tinkerbell, correct?
It is, but they made a mini game. Well, the other thing they gave you, hang on, I can probably do this here. So this is, you can go fishing.
Fish.
Which of course gives you coins, but still. Did I get that hidden, Mickey? Let's see. Yes, I did, because it's saying no. Well, it's Tinkerbell. I mean, part of the you don't understand. Pixie Hollow isn't just Tinkerbell, but whoever there's a part of. I mean, I'm going to stick to the redeem, but dear sweet darkness, let me tell you that whoever wrote the mini game, I swear they were on the I'm going to get crap past the radar. Of course, all these statues move, except for Walt and Mickey, for they are sacred.
Oh, yeah. Figures. Now, I want to check something. Can you look at the statue of Walt and Mickey for a moment?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, so it is accurate. Because, fun fact, I don't know if it's the same over there. Do you also have the Roy statue over there?
The Roy statue is in California Adventure.
Okay, because at least in ours, they're both in the same park. Roy is usually like somewhere near the beginning of Main Street. One of the fun little details of like art direction for the statues. In the Walt statue, Walt has his hand on top of Mickey's because he leads the company. Whereas the Roy statue, where he's holding Minnie's hand, his hand is underneath Minnie's because he helps support the company.
Makes sense, especially considering their relationship. So
Exactly.
this is a little stage area where you know they'll have acts, you know, there'll be performers there. I once, during a trip to Disney in the late 90s, early aughts, I was there, and the band performing was the Village People.
No way.
Yes.
Disney's Village People.
It was like, there's the Village People. All right.
Well, you just sat there. It's like, I see. The acid's finally kicking in.
It was one of those. You wonder, was I out in the sun too long?
Did I dream that?
Did what happened? It's something weird. Something weird has definitely occurred. Oh, did I not do this one? They have in the game. They have these little. It's a photo op area where you can.
Ooh. What a great shot.
Yeah, that. Want to see where we get it? We got it there. All right. Well, that happened. I'd like, at least they have the, okay, because there's the ice cream cart, there's the popcorn over here, there's the donut stand. Because donuts, why not?
Personally, I'm a big fan of getting the frozen bananas they have there.
Pretzels. Well, the other thing is so Mrs. Caliban, when we were first together, had a little issue, small, tiny issue. Hydrating wasn't something she was very good at.
Yeah.
So we started a thing on our trip, first trip to Disneyland. We have a rule. I put water in your hand, you will drink it.
Yeah.
Because we went on a trip to, one of our first trips together was to Las Vegas. And I bought her a lemonade. And an hour and a half later, she was still drinking the same lemonade. She was only half done. I was like, honey, are you, why aren't you, well, I don't know when I'm going to get another one. I will buy you another lemonade.
You know what that is? They're a social drinker.
Well, it was also, you know, just habits. But yes, so let's see, we are. You still have Misa Dragon. I still have Small World playing. It is an earworm. It's somewhere around here. I have a music box that plays "This Is Halloween," and I have
neat.
well, and I have a snow. Well, it's not a snow globe. It's a globe that has air that creates flying bats around the hitchhiking ghosts and plays the fast version of Grim Grinny Ghosts. Now the other thing we didn't take a look at, but we will, is Indiana Jones, which again, no theming because they didn't own Lucasfilm at the time.
Yeah.
But you can see little things. It's like, oh, okay, well, there's the truck, which was the actual truck from Raiders of the Lost Ark. I still, and here the one thing they missed, because they just recreated the poster.
Interesting.
So that was more like, well, that one got snuck through.
Well, this game's got two things wrong. It whitewashed Naveen and it kept in the Indiana sign.
Now, of course, you've got the treehouse. I can't remember if I think this is original theming treehouse, because I don't think they had done the Tarzan retheming on this yet.
We still have it as the Swiss Family Robinson on our end.
Well, now it's being rethemed as sort of a mishmash of many different adventure-themed movies.
Interesting.
Another mini game, you can lead the band.
Oh, I'm disappointed. They're not the Dapper Dans?
They don't have the Dapper Dans in this, oddly. You'd think they would.
Criminal!
In fact, I think it's those guys. Let's see what else we have.
I can't believe this. Get 0 out of 10. No Dapper Dans in this game.
Of course, this is the exit to Pirates. Right next to the Pieces of 8, the Pirates of the Caribbean themed shop. And now they don't have, this is weird. Notice I don't, oh, maybe they do. There is, yes, the Baton Rouge.
Uh-huh.
Haunted Mansion and Nightmare Before Christmas merch.
Oh, so that's your guys' equivalent of the Memento Mori. Okay.
Yes. And of course, various... Well, it's over here, sorry. Arts... Courtyard, which you can actually get into, but... the art stations where you can have your caricatures done.
Oh, yeah.
I could have sworn there was something. Anyway. Oh, one of the other things the wand can do. Let's get this ready, I think.
Don't fall asleep on the job. Help Aurora.
Well, it did... Oh, there it is.
Trash.
I was about to say it did something inside the store.
Here it is.
Ah, the Brawlies.
So yes, it's just the little interactives. They do sort of make the game, I feel.
Oh yeah, it gives it a little bit more charm to like go around the overworld, I can tell.
Yeah. So, well, and also there are various achievements. Oh, right, here's another one. You'll like this one. Because
all the targets. Oh, balloon shooting.
Don't want to shoot the skulls.
Ah, man.
And of course, now think of this with Connect.
Oh, God, no.
Where you're having to wave your hands.
See, the only place I've ever known true sadness is whenever you're going around the parks, you look up at some point and you just see a balloon floating away.
I know.
And you just know some kid is just bawling somewhere. It's the worst. Wave your hands, break a lamp. Well, now they can do that in VR.
don't you feel that a new variation of this game should exist?
I'd agree. I wouldn't be able to play it though.
Fair, but still.
I have the worst vertigo.
That's true. You've explained that before.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other game? Oh, were we discussing Deep Rock Galactic?
Yeah, like my vertigo is at its worst in VR scenarios, but like I've built up a resistance over time to like FPS games, but it's still not great. Like I couldn't do like a full stream's length doing it like that. Because fellow mad scientist Takarisu has been trying to get me into doing VR chat, and I think I lasted maybe an hour and a half before I was like, oh, okay, I could feel something going wrong.
I feel that this works well. It gives the feel of being in the park, and with so many new features, I just feel it. You know, you could have also let's have a variation where you can actually go on the rides.
And maybe I think the only reason they don't do that is because they don't want it to be a replacement for the rides.
Well, nothing can truly replace the rides, in my opinion, but I think that's the logic.
Yeah, it's the same reason like a lot of people are against audiobooks, for example, because they're like, oh, but it takes away from reading a book. And I'm like, come on.
You're still getting the story. And some of the people reading books are quite talented.
Oh, yeah. Anytime you get Stephen Fry reading something, bada bingus. That man can read the phone book.
Well, or those Discworld books they did with Bill Nighy and Peter Serafinowicz.
Yes.
Which I don't think enough people appreciate the talent of Peter Serafinowicz. And not just because he played the Tick, but because he's the voice of Darth Maul. So one of the things, and I completed this quest in the game, so it's not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But here we have the sword and the stone. But notice there's no sword.
Yep.
I claimed that sword. I'm the true king of England. And I actually now use that sword in a game that involves sword fighting, which is mainly the Peter Pan and Pirates of the Caribbean games.
Behold, Excalibur. Well, I couldn't get this rock off it, but it's still cool, right?
Well, I said that once. I have one of my followers and is involved in the wrestling games. His handle is, ready for this? He is Twitch the person.
Okay.
He actually made his Twitch name Twitch the person.
Huh. That sounds like the laziest Sonic character I've ever heard.
Well, he is from Wales.
That explains everything.
He is, in fact, Welsh. But part of the reason he's involved in our wrestling game is he is legit a professional wrestler. He was injured. He hasn't wrestled in a while, but actual
yes, the hero's way out.
So the professional wrestling, he brings a lot of authenticity to by being able to cut real promos.
Nice.
But he is also very Welsh, and when he heard me claiming to be the true King of England, he showed up and tried to explain how I misunderstood my authority granting swords. And how
let me guess, did he pull out the whole thing from Monty Python?
No, it was something else history wise I didn't fully get. So
you know what, fair.
All right, so here's what we're going to do now. So we're getting near, because we've been streaming an hour and a half. And I was figuring this would be a 2-hour stream today.
Yep.
So there's two mini games I always do traditionally. And we're going to do one of them now. Wait, hang on a second. Lord Ford. Lord Ford is saying, but Wales isn't a real place. Well, my brother-in-law would like to agree with you because he had to live in Wales for several years, to the point of, at one point, I used to tease him by going, well, look, you are Welsh. He's like, I am not Welsh! I think you lived there long enough to be naturalized. Never! Of course, he also said, very important rules for going to England. Tell me if you agree with this.
Okay.
You're in England or associated countries. And if you come to a place where there are more sheep than people, you should just keep driving.
Yes.
After my... That I was thinking about... This was advice he gave during Gen Con in 1993. We were at a Pontins holiday camp.
Mm-hmm.
It was an experience.
Yeah, holiday camps tend to be.
All right.
We can't stop here. This is sheep country.
Fair enough. All right. So we are now in front of City Hall. We are about to trigger the parade.
Oh.
Wave, wave, wave.
This is another RNG. You get three parade sections. You never know what 3 you're going to get.
I'm a big fan of the parade that we've got here at the moment with the steampunk Maleficent float of ours.
Oh, I've seen video of that. It's quite nice.
Oh yeah, the missus gets so excited when it comes along.
I think that Disney World has.
Oh, what's wrong with her face?
Oh well, this is cursed. Yeah, we have established this is cursed. And this is the little e-ticket friend. This is the one time we see him in a game. But yes, the face is truly horrifying here. But wait. Now the one mini game I'm very bad at. Music.
Now see, if we were actually part of the parade, we'd be in that little car they do at the start.
True.
Which, okay, is it true that you get like a hotel stay if you get picked for that?
I don't know.
Because I've heard rumors about that. Like, if you're picked for that, you apparently get to stay in the hotel room we have at the top of the castle. So I've heard. I see, we've got to do like metronomes.
Oh, hi there. Come join the fun.
So we start with the Little Mermaid float. Now we're going to have... Brace yourself. We have to dance again.
It's time to
Oh no. Again, I can just imagine this working so perfectly.
let's wave.
No flaws at all.
Why is it not using... There we go.
I just imagine a Wilhelm screen off to the side.
That's it. Wave. Just like the ocean.
I get it. Now see, kids, in any other circumstance, you'd be getting arrested right now or tackled by security. Hold up a 10 sign.
And now more dancing.
Use your wand! Well, the last time I did that, I got arrested for indecent exposure.
I know. Let's wave.
God, dude, look, I can't imagine this having had a big trailer or anything, but can you imagine this being the trailer shots?
I don't remember how much of an ad campaign this got. The only reason I even knew it
Can't
existed
imagine much.
was I saw a thing for it at a Microsoft company meeting
Oh no.
when they were pushing the Kinect. This was literally one of the first Kinect games.
Yep, I can imagine.
Come on, join the fun.
And now it's the Peter Pan float. And we're going to dance with Peter Pan and Captain Hook. It's like go-karting with Bowser.
Just gonna put this on record. My favorite person to play Captain Hook, Christopher Walken.
Pretty good, yes.
Don't rush me.
I did enjoy Tim Curry's voice performance in Peter Pan and the Pirates.
Oh, 100%. Like that still gets the wife's knickers in a twist. Tim Curry, Captain Hook.
From that show that no one knows about?
Yep, that's the one.
Well, clearly I know about it. Then there's what was I trying to explain? The fact that I think the greatest of the Muppet movies is Muppet Treasure Island. Because you have you've got
I would be willing to disagree. My favorite is actually the Christmas Carol.
It's good. I mean, obviously those are the two best comparisons.
Yeah.
I think there's something about how much Tim Curry commits.
That's true. He does like really go into that movie.
The black spot scene is a mastercraft of knowing exactly how to go over the top for a scene and make it work.
Now, for me, it's the case of like, holy shit, that is the scariest version of the Ghost of Christmas Future I've seen in anything.
True. I mean, the Muppet classic movies were absolutely brilliant. I'm sad they didn't make more of them.
Well, they kind of just don't know what to do with the Muppets today.
Well, they may have figured it out.
Yeah, they've been doing something recently, haven't they?
We've been watching Muppet Mayhem, the series about Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem, and it's delightful.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's fairly new, isn't it?
And they just released an album, which the whole theme of the show is they're recording an album.
Oh, for sure.
They charted.
Dang.
So, we also get the origin of how the Electric Mayhem came together. And
I'm a little surprised they got Genie in here.
Well, it's not Robin's voice, obviously.
Oh yeah, it's just that I know there was a whole legal debacle with like Genie just being used for promo material that wasn't educational.
No, the beauty is realizing that, spoiler for the show, Dr. Teeth's real name is Dr. Teeth. He is a licensed dentist. Dr. Gerald Teeth, DDS. And Sergeant Floyd Peppa was actually in the Army.
Oh. Just take the names and make them all literal?
Basically, yes.
Okay, I'll give Genie credit. He's actually got moves here. And it's a good impression of Robin.
It's fairly decent, yes. Sadly, there's no other mini games. There's the meet and greet in Adventureland.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely better than Dan Castellaneta doing it.
True. I mean, Dan tried. Muppet Haunted Mansion was good, Mecha San. I agree. I enjoyed that very much. But they've basically said they want to do a Muppet shared universe because Disney Plus allows them to do things. And the success of the Electric Mayhem show is showing they might actually have a point.
Yeah, I think that'd be good, actually.
I'm just like, who do they do next? A cooking show with Swedish Chef? A science program with Benson Honeydew and Bika?
I would be so down for that, actually.
Because I think
make it Bill Nye but Muppets.
Well, and I think the thing that works and why the Electric Mayhem, outside of the Electric Mayhem, there's only so far one other Muppet in the show, and it's a new character they created for the show.
Okay, that makes sense.
They're not using the classic Muppets. But Sweet Darkness, the cameos.
Mm-hmm.
The one I watched today had Weird Al.
Of course.
Right. So before we do the last minigame, I just want to show you one other thing this game has. We're going to go over here.
Hello again.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go into the shop.
Welcome back.
where you can buy photo albums, clothes.
Fine photo album.
The merchandise is simply buttons, but we can go to the dressing room. Because we have hats, costumes, tops, and so costumes.
Uh-huh.
And yes, that is your suit for Space Mountain, but it's basically Tron.
I was gonna say
Buzz Lightyear, Pixie Hollow, Beauty and the Beast, Woody, Lost Boy, Off-Brand Aladdin, Prince Charming, Pirate, Nemo. This is the Splash Mountain.
Oh no!
Another fairy, another prince. This is for Lilo and Stitch. Another prince. Jungle Cruise. Peter Pan. Mad Hatter. And back. Then just for hats.
Oh, that's neat.
I did wear this one for a bit because, you know.
Yeah, of course. Oh god, that's cursed.
Some of them are horrifying. But that just, and then tops. I mean, some of them are very mid, but some, you know.
I mean, to be fair, most people just go around the parks in graphic tees these days, so this is all fairly normal to me.
Fair.
Like, that does make me think, though. Do you guys have Dapper Day over there?
Yes.
I've always wanted to go and, like, go fully suited up. I've only ever gone on Dapper Day once, and that was my first time ever, like, learning of its existence. So I was just like, I have to do this at some point.
And, of course, I have encountered Disney bounders.
I'm sorry, what?
Disney bounders. So adults aren't allowed to wear costumes in the park.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Except on Halloween.
Right. Of course.
Well, at the Halloween, not so scary Halloween party.
So a Disney bounder is somebody who is wearing clothes to evoke.
Oh.
So I met a family where the daughter was in an Alice costume. The mother was wearing a suit reminiscent of the Red Queen with color theming and such. And the aunt was the Mad Hatter. But they weren't exact costumes. They were just regular clothes evoking.
Gotcha. Okay, that I've seen things like that. Yeah.
It is known as Disney bounding. And then, of course, there are the gangs. Or, I'm sorry, the social clubs.
I was about to say the gangs.
They literally are groups that claim parts of, like, you have the...
There are turf wars?
Well, yes, they have, like, I want to say the 999ers, which are Haunted Mansion, the 33s, which claim New Orleans Square. You have various different groups, and sometimes you'll have two different groups claiming the same area. And the idea is they're fans of the particular area. They're either based around rides or sections of the park. But they have, some of them have cuts, you know, denim vests with patches.
That's so wild. I want to see two of them just like fighting over a spot of turf, and it's like the Sharks and the Jets.
Well, apparently the Cold Wars between them can actually get quite intense.
The Cold War!
But it's now time for the final minigame of the night. You're going to... Because when you're going to end out a day at Disneyland, there's only one way to do that. There's only one appropriate thing that has to happen. And that is
the fireworks show.
Fireworks spectacular.
I am so happy with our end because we had a show called Happily Ever After over here.
Mm-hmm.
The last time the missus and I went on our anniversary vacation, it was going to have its final showing. So we managed to catch that. And we were just really sad and bummed out that it was not going to be there anymore. This year, however, by popular demand, they brought it back.
So it's a shooting game. And the thing is, when I was first playing the game, there was a storyline you unlocked about the election for the new mayor of Toontown. We had no actual influence. It was Mickey versus Donald. And the winner was revealed during the fireworks show. And of course, we're still mad because we were trying to. Is there a way we can influence it for Donald? And the answer was no. There's an in-joke to the wrestling community that we have a character called Warfist who should have won. Because in one of our wrestling games, Warfist was a wrestler who was the mayor of Toontown.
Oh.
Because the wrestling games can get really weird. Because character creation in the wrestling game is insane.
Oh, yeah, fuck.
I mean, I have a Sasquatch, I have tieflings, there are mad scientists. There, you see they're showing the votes. Mickey won by 1 vote. Which I think is just a travesty, but... One of what? Who else do I have? I have obviously a lot of robots. I mean, so many robots. On the other hand, the other guy, the sister show has Death Incarnate, which is fine. I have a warrior of the wasteland called Gorwheel. He's from a Mad Max style world, but he's also a lawyer. And we have this one beefy wrestler, Forrest the Fortress Wade. He's a hoss. He's also a certified public accountant.
That seems to be a recurring trend I'm noticing, is that you have all these wild concepts, but they have a mundane day job.
But we also, for a while, had actual wrestling Satan.
Huh.
Just
the devil.
And then, of course, there's Dr. Caliban. My character, Dr. Caliban, exists as a manager. And then you have Dr. Victor Grimm, who is another mad scientist. They are, of course, rivals. And somebody once modded in Godzilla.
Oh, that reminds me. I just had someone link me to something today. They've made some sort of like Toei Megazord of Ultraman, Kamen Rider, Godzilla, and an Ava.
Interesting.
It's a combiner. I'll have to show you that later.
But here we are now, the grand finale. Well, Crafty, we had to do Small World, but you escaped the fate of Pixie Hollow.
This time.
Yeah, it's true. This might happen again. I think if we do this again, I'm going to throw a crazy thought out there. Next time we do this again, we should get Scotty to join us.
Absolutely. I have to see him cringe.
Unbelievable. See that? You spread the magic all over Disneyland.
Phrasing!
If they weren't going to say it, I was. And the last time I spread the magic around, well, that's how the Everglades is so messy.
I mean, these things happen. All right, folks, hang on. We're going to do something cursed here. Well, in a moment, I have to find. I'm going to have to grab that thing. They have to see. But first,
yeah, they've got to see it.
But first, we've got to get out of the game. We'll run past Duffy Bear. And great moments with Mr. Lincoln, the original animatronic.
Oh, so you guys don't have the Hall of Presidents over there?
Nope. Also,
that's just us. Okay.
Also, this is the Main Street Bank, the other cash machine. The other walkway with other posters. But again, I just feel the reveal of Main Street isn't as good on this side as the other side.
Yeah, compositionally speaking, I can see what you mean.
Right, and so that's just sort of become my tradition, the first day in the park. It's not Burger Boy Day, although we'll show Burger Boy because we didn't do intermission today. So we will, but actually I have to show Burger Boy because we have to discuss what was learned about Burger Boy recently. So you of course know about Burger Boy.
I do, yes, I do recall.
So we were doing a stream the other night where I was looking at spooky and ghost videos from TikTok and YouTube. And we came across, we were looking at Skinwalker videos.
Yes, I do recall.
So, hang on. I should get us back in the lab.
Yep, I also need to regrow, make my monster grow.
Although, hang on, I should go over on this side because Burger Boy.
Well, where do you want me?
You're fine where y'all.
Hey.
Burger Boy, and somebody went, is it possible Burger Boy's a Skinwalker? He's not showing any emotion while eating a hamburger. We always assumed it was how bad the hamburger was. We never considered that he himself is cryptid. I mean, that hamburger looks awful.
It does.
So I can understand, again, that's the best shot they got in that commercial. But anyway. So, all right, hang on. I want to, let me see how I can get this set up. All right, hang on. I'm going to go to going to pull up the Twitter. All right, folks, I'm about to share a screen with you.
Yeah, I found this like literally seconds before we went live.
Oh, hang on. Let me reshare let's get this visual going. All right, there you are. All right, folks. I don't know. There's no. Actually, Crafty. Let's. Actually, I think framing we should be. I might when we get there make the. Anyway, let's. Here we are. Someone used 2D Studio to rig Nicolas Cage's face. We have reached peak curse.
We reached peak VTubing, folks.
Wait. Let me make this worse.
Oh, it's so big. Oh no. Hello, I'm Nicolas Cage. Oh god. Do you know, I want to download it, have it as an item, and just put it over our faces. Somebody
who could do a good Nicolas Cage impersonation, i.e., not me. Coming in, you did not bad. I don't do impressions well. I can come up with character voices, but if I'm trying to mimic someone else's, although I have to do the voices of a lot of my wrestlers. Which the easiest is the vampire Semjex. The hardest at times is Maximilian Thunderthighs, my world champion.
Oh god, what a name.
He's very Canadian in a very Dudley Do-Right fashion. All right, folks, I'll show you mercy. Fine.
I am Cage, the great and powerful.
I mean, it's. I mean, what else can you say? That other than, well, that's a thing that happened.
Man, you just have to sit there and say, you know, what can we do with this newfound technology that lets us do infinitely creative possibilities?
Well, what horrifies
Nick Cage!
I mean, sure, we went Nick Cage, but you realize it's not going to end there. And I'm trying to think, who else are they going to do?
I want Christopher Walken.
I was just thinking, we're obviously mad scientists of a mind. You clearly need Christopher Walken. But if you have Nicolas Cage, you are by law required to have John Travolta.
Yes! It's literally Face Off.
But
you're just putting your face on the other VTuber's face.
And I'm just thinking of the fact that, okay, they rigged a picture. I mean, theoretically, that makes perfect sense. What is VTubing and rigging but taking a picture and giving it animation?
Yeah, you're just warping a still image, essentially.
But that just... I am waiting to somebody to do a full model that they're just taking a picture of an actor. When did Johnny Depp start streaming? Well, you see. Is that Frankenfurter? Well, let's explain. Yeah, it gets... And then where they could... I mean... It's truly terrifying. And yet...
It's so wild.
Oh. Excuse me, I drank water.
Finally, the poison's kicking in. This is my stream now.
All right. Nope, I think we're recovering.
Ah, damn it. Did I get discount poison again?
The problem is, give me a moment, because for a minute there I was sounding like Kermit the Frog. Not intentionally, but... It was
pardon me, I am just dying here.
So much better. All right. But yes, that was yes. You heard Baffy in the background. My family are poisoners, so I've built up a great tolerance.
I was going to say that's the last time I buy poison at Walmart.
Look, I've great tolerance. I've also developed a great tolerance for bullet wounds.
Huh. You know, I heard jokes saying you should shoot yourself with smaller calibers to build your resistance to bigger ones, but, you know, I always thought that was a myth.
It's worked for me. Well, that's because I went in, so I was at the Wary 101, and Lou Bob pulled a gun. And everyone is running around screaming, and I'm sitting there, you all act like you've never been shot before. We're VTubers. Everyone's pulling a gun at some point.
It's true.
And that's why I never pull a gun. People are much more frightened of scalpels.
It's true, actually.
It's like, oh, it's sharp. It is. Or better yet. Ha ha! Scientific multi-tool!
Oh dear, oh dear.
It's too much power. Of course I have the one thing. I am ready.
See, all I've got is one of these.
Right. No, I have a lollipop. That'll just distract people.
Ooh. Oh, it's gone.
Well, I mean, you can't just leave these things. It's like the remote control chainsaw. You just can't leave it hanging around.
So true.
Otherwise, so you know, somebody's going to get hurt. Anyway, but we've been going on for the 2 hours that we had prescribed for this experiment. I think it went well. I think
absolutely.
Next time we do something again, I think if we're going to do of this ilk again, we should get Scotty to join us, because then it'll be true chaos.
Oh, 100%.
And I want to hear Scotty's reaction to. Oh, wait. Why are you dancing? But why don't you go ahead and tell them who you are and where they can find you.
Well, like I said at the beginning, hello, my subjects. My name is Dr. Crafty, the British Florida man, mad science VTuber, and you can find me at Dr. Crafty VT on Twitch.
What do you got coming up this week?
Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm teaming up with another scientist tomorrow, Takarisu. We're going to be playing It Takes Two and signing our divorce papers.
Finally. So,
but we're also doing card art tomorrow as well, so that's
of course. Oh, the stream loot cards are excellent.
Yes.
I'm still. Are we going to do a go to sleep one for Sushi Giri?
At this point, that's the only way we'll get it to work.
We need that. I like some, although there was. We'll see. The new ideas come all the time. Some are cursed.
Those are the best ones, though. They're the most marketable.
Absolutely. All right. Well, for me, on Saturday at 1 p.m., we're turning the stream over to the Wrestling Boys for Multiverse Nexus Wrestling Warzone. It's the first show back after the Skyline pay-per-view. We crowned new champions, and thus begins the road to Multivania in July. Come and find out how we're going to figure out our next contenders. And then right back here, 6 p.m. Monday, where we're going to do some... I haven't decided what we're doing on Monday yet. It's going to be a bit of a grab bag, I think. And other than that... Oh, I'm sorry. That was like... What was that? Somebody in Daedalus 725 said, you've got to do a Nicolas Cage card.
I'm tempted now.
And then have it set so that picture shows up.
Oh, 100%.
Because we would almost need a Booger Boy for mine.
Oh, definitely.
Burger Boy. The horror. Anyway, there's only one thing left to do. It's that time. Who's on? Who should we raid? Let's see what I've got. I've got... Well, from the VTubing community, I have Gob, the Cookie Goblin, and Reviewer.
I recommend Reviewer. They've been doing a big donathon recently to get their own model form.
That's true. We did raid them last time. Other than that, I also have Hey Mr. Rabbit, good friend of the channel, and of course my friend Edward Bosco, who's doing Jet Set Radio. But I think we'll leave. I think you're right. Reviewer is trying to become more than a PNG tuber.
Yeah, we want him to join our ranks.
He'd
be great for you to bring on one of these at some point too, because he is at the California side of things.
Well, yes. So yeah, we will see. So we are going to raid Reviewer. What should our raid message be?
Double Doctor Raid.
Double Doctor Raid. It's a paradox.
A paradox.
I got his... Oh, that's... I keep forgetting. He has that weird little addendum to the back side of his name.
Yeah, it stands for those guys with a hat.
So we're... Hang on. Let's get this proper.
Let's do this right, people.
All right, everyone. Oh,
Did he just end?
No, it's like the channel has follower and subscriber chat only. Just fair warning, folks. But we are rating.
Make sure to hit that follow button.
Yes. But my marvelous, merciless minions, thank you for joining us. I'm Dr. Caliban. He's Dr. Crafty. And we will see you again in the near future. And until we meet again, have a good fright.